All right, now we have our flower pieces cut. So we have 5 pieces of the actual flower and then 1 of the base and 1 of the leaf. Now I chose to cut mine out of gold cardstock. You really could cut this out of any type of paper you like. I have cut them out of white and they turn out really pretty. Let's see, let me show you a couple that I've made. Here's a couple that I've already made. This particular one is out of white cardstock using different colors of burgundy, and then this flower is made from white cardstock using different colors of a yellow and an orange on the cardstock. So, you know, you can really make it however you like. For this particular flower, I decided to go ahead and use base as my gold to give it more of a richer color. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is I use these, the cat's eye chalk. I just like these in the container because the 3 colors go together and it's easier for me to decide what colors to use. So basically what I do is I start with my lighter color first, and I'm just going to go around the edge of the flower. And I'm going to do the same thing on all the flower pieces. So I'm just going to show you this first one, and then I'll go ahead and get them all finished up. But we're going to go over the lightest color first, and then step up to the next color and shade a little bit. Now go a little bit, not quite as far in on the flower as you did with the light color, but a little way in. And then we're going to use our darkest color and just go along the outside edges. And that's just going to give some depth to the flower. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ink up the rest of the flowers, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that we have all of our flowers inked up, the next step is we're going to run the flowers. You'll notice some of these have got some grooves through them. I've already done some of them. We're going to run the flowers through our crimper. And the reason we're going to do this is to loosen up the fibers in the flower. So basically, you're just going to crimp it. You're not really going to care, you know, just go send it through several times, different directions. You just basically want to get the paper to become a little flexible so that we can manipulate the leaves. And you'll do that to all of your flowers. The bigger pieces you'll probably want to run through, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. Maybe 5 times. The little pieces, I think I ran through just once or twice. Okay, so after we have that completed, the next step is assembling the flowers. And so what we're going to do is start with our largest flower. And I just basically use the end of a stylus. I started using this ball tip, but it just really wasn't big enough, so I'm using the end of this. If you don't have a stylus, anything that has a nice round end, and then this pad that I have from Stampin' Up, probably mouse pad or anything would work. But you basically just start from the center, and you want to smooth out, I don't know if you can see that. You want to smooth out the lines that we created with the crimper. And it's not going to matter that they're not perfectly smoothed out. You just want to basically smooth out the best you can, because really when the flowers put together, that will just add to the real life look of the flower. Okay, so once we have that smoothed out, what we're going to take are our little, I love these little tweezers, these tweezer bees, and what we're going to do is hold the flower in our hand, take the tweezer bees and just pinch them on the end of the petal and basically just roll it backwards. Pretty simple. And we're just going to roll it backwards all the way around. And this flower piece is the base of our flower that the rest of the pieces will sit on. So it's got a little bit different shape. So that's what it looks like when it's completed, and then you will take the round top of the stylus, or the bottom part, either one, and I just kind of go around in a circle to kind of loosen that up to make it more of a circle, and the flowers kind of pop up a little bit like a base. Alright, so we're going to set that aside, and then we're going to go to the next size up, and do the same thing. So we're going to blend out any of the leaves. Now you'll notice these flowers that they have holes cut in the center. I don't need those holes, and because the Gypsy doesn't have the hide contour feature yet, they go ahead and cut, but I don't take the holes out, I just leave them alone. It doesn't really add anything or take away anything from the flower, so, but just wanted to let you know that. Alright, so once I have that one pretty much softened out, now for these type of flowers, what we're going to do is take our tweezers, and we're going to clip right in the middle of that little heart in that leaf, and then we're going to bend it down. And we're going to do that all the way around. Okay, all the way around. And this is actually what gives it that, I think, real life flower look. Okay, and then again the same thing, we're going to take the ball of that stylus, kind of go in a circle, bring that up, and now we've got this part of the flower, the first layer done. Okay, so to layer the first two layers together, I used the pop dots, and I like Stampin' Up! Pop dots, but you could use whatever you like. And I just put 2 across, not too deep, but 2 across on the flower base. And then using my tweezers, I like to pick up the second layer, and then you want to kind of stagger these leaves because the flower's leaves are staggered, and place that base on there. And then again, I take the stylus and kind of push down in the center. Sorry about that, my camera is not wanting to operate with me tonight. I push down in the center. There we go. So we set that aside, and then we continue on making all of the flowers the same, putting the pop dots in between the layers on the first 2 layers, and then so I'll go ahead and complete the next layer, and then I'll start on the smaller layers for you.